All right, today we are reading chapter 32. It's titled A Favor. I was supposed to be in the auditorium with Mikkel. I told her I'd meet her there. A week had passed since I pitched my idea, and it turned out to be barely enough time. I hoped people would like it, but I was sweating for a different reason. I felt like Squint basically picking a fight with the 4 other centurions. But this time, I didn't have Rock sneaking in, and I didn't have Diamond watching my back. I was completely alone. I looked over at Gavin, Travis, Chloe, and Emma, walking together toward the assembly. I took a deep breath. With every step closer to them, I felt less and less like a hero. Could I really do this? But I thought of what was on the line. "Hey," I said. No one stopped. "Hey, Gavin," I said, louder, and tapped him on the shoulder. Gavin looked over, then did a double take when he saw who it was. "Hey, Squint," he wrinkled his brow. "I missed the patch," Travis said. "Dread Pirate Four Eyes," he said in his pirate voice. "Can you bring it back? I had so much more material." "Sorry," I said. "My eyes are doing okay." And thankfully they were. Over the last week, the drops seemed to be doing their job. It was still a little early to tell, but the doctor was optimistic. Of course, my left eye still had its problems, but it wasn't nearly as bad as my right eye had been. Chloe and Emma watched silently. "Gavin, can I talk to you for a minute?" I asked. I had a theory. Mikkel had been so different when she wasn't with everyone else. Maybe that was true with other people, too. Maybe that was a middle school rule. Maybe when people didn't feel like they had to look cool for everyone else, they might be a little different. Maybe I could talk to the Gavin who used to share his Doritos with me at lunch and would invite me over for pickup games. The Gavin who ran and got the coach when I sprained my ankle in Pee-wee football. He had to be in there too, but I could totally get the Gavin who called me names in the halls and made fun of my comics instead. "Why?" Gavin said. I knew it wouldn't be easy. I just hoped he didn't pull out a fireball bazooka and blast me into oblivion. "Please?" I asked, just for a second. He looked at his friends. Travis shrugged. Emma and Chloe started talking to each other, probably about how strange I was. "I guess," Gavin said, in a tone that made it clear that he was humoring a crazy kid. He slowed and we walked a little behind the group. I had thought so much about this, coming up with countless versions of our dialogue, but I still felt completely unprepared. Just about every way I could say this could blow up in my face. Or it just wouldn't work. "I have a favor to ask." "I have a favor to ask you," Gavin said. "Quit asking for favors." He laughed to himself. But with his other friends watching from a distance, they didn't hear the joke, and his laugh died out quickly. Maybe getting him away from them had worked a little. "I need you to talk to the others for me," I kept going. "Mikkel is going to do something really brave today. And not that she needs your approval or anything, but if you didn't make fun of her, I think that would be..." It sounded stupid coming out of my mouth. "Like in the talent show?" Gavin asked. "Yeah," I said. "Just don't..." "I got it," he said. I mean it, though." "I heard you," Gavin said and started to walk back. "Wait," I said. "Are you going to..." "I don't know," Gavin said. "I'll watch it. Maybe I'll tease her a little if it's stupid, but I tease everyone. It's not a big deal. Besides, she's been ditching us to sit with you." That was very true. Every day for the last week, I hadn't sat alone. Every day. "Sometimes teasing might be a big deal," I said. "I mean, she's had the talent the whole time she's been here, but was afraid to show you." Gavin looked at me for a moment, then shook his head. "Why do you always look at me like I'm some sort of jerk?" I wasn't expecting that. How honest should I be here? Was this another setup? If I wanted his help, what should I say? For some reason, I decided to tell him the truth. "Because you make mean jokes about me. Because you make fun of my comics. You make me feel like I'm an idiot for having eye problems and wearing an eye patch. You called my house a shack." Come on, Gavin said, interrupting. I'm just messing around. Learn to take a joke. Did he really think he was just joking around? That was the one that I was the one with the problem? Could he really not see how big a jerk he was? This is what I'm talking about, Gavin, I said. Sometimes the things you and your friends say to me, I tried to find the words, they haunt me. Like I can't stop thinking about them. Like I wonder if there is a reason why no one's ever called me cute before, or if my comics really are stupid, or if, well, even more than that. He stared for a moment. But you used to be different, he said. You used to tease back. We used to hang out. You used to be fun. Then you stopped. Wait, was he blaming me for our friendship ending? That I ditched him? But I'm not mean, I said. Sometimes silence is mean, he said. Ignoring me is mean. He spat out the words. He had some feelings behind this. Maybe I had somehow hurt him. I hadn't seen that coming. There was no way I would have thought that just trying to stay out of Gavin's way would bother him. In fact, I didn't think anything bothered him. What should I say? Just know that what you say can hurt people, I said. And Michaela's nervous. Try not to hurt her. Or, I guess, even if you joke, make sure it's clear that you're on her side. I swallowed. If you are. She's kind of ditched us, Gavin said, like you. And then he walked away. That definitely wasn't how I hoped this would go. The end of chapter 32.